here praying for the end of abortion. My first experience here at the clinic was in January when I visited with Michelle and I met David Day. That day was a very unique experience for me. Like a lot of you who have been here before me, I could feel the presence of evil, what was going on in this building behind us and the building next door to us. It sickened me to know what was going on in this clinic, and it made abortion a reality, and it made it personal for me. Since the 40-day prayer campaign has begun, I've tried to be here every morning before work. I was not prepared for what I was encountered the first day I was here on abortion day. I arrived that morning before 6, knowing that patients get here early. I prayed across the street like I normally did and watched several couples walk into the clinic. David was here and Wanda over here on the sidewalk, speaking to people as they drove in to park. They were holding their signs and again talking to the mothers and fathers as they walked into the clinic. Powerhouse people were here with their umbrellas, their camouflage netting, and their radios, trying to block David and Wanda's pleas for couples to change their mind. I noticed a young man in his mid to late 20s with a guitar on his back, and he was walking back and forth in the driveway of the clinic as a distraction. Being new to the fight to end abortion, I had not planned to speak to patients because I didn't know what to say to them. But I felt the need to go over here anyway. The young man soon began yelling at David and Wanda and myself, but mainly at David. He knew that David was the one who was most outspoken to the people who were coming here. It was very intimidating, cussing and yelling just inches from our face, and I'm sure many of you have experienced this already. But this again was my first day on an abortion day. The young man would get between David and the fence, blocking him from speaking to the patients. As David would walk down this fence line, I would try to get in front of the guy to block him so David could continue to talk to the people before they walked into that door. I asked David if this was normal for abortion day, and he said this was not normal, but it was to be expected. I told him again this was my first abortion day, and he said that God honors that, and often something special would happen. David prayed for us, and he continued to talk to the couples entering the clinic, and the young man got louder and more vulgar. David moved to the side of the clinic behind us, and the young man followed him. Wanda was still over here speaking to the cars as they came in, and I found myself alone right here. And as the couples started walking in, God gave me the courage and the words to speak to them, because I sure didn't have it myself. Again, I didn't know what to say to these people, nor did I have the courage by myself to do that. Later, when David returned, he noticed a couple leaving the clinic. We were standing right there where that ice chest is, and the guy was yelling at us in our face. And David said, "Did you see that? A man and a woman just walked out of the clinic." And that was the answer to David's prayer earlier that morning. Eventually, we had to call the police because the guy's harassment was so bad. And after the police got here, he calmed down for a while, and Wanda was able to talk to him. And he told Wanda of his story of abuse in his childhood. And now you can see a picture of him hugging Wanda on Facebook. This first week of prayer, witnessing and talking to mothers and fathers, walking into that clinic, knowing what will happen breaks my heart. And I pray that we all have broken hearts until this act of abortion is ended. Thank you.